after receiving their calls, some of them throw it, anywhere, and you don't know who might take it from there. And some of our elderly people, they talk it inside their bodies, which is not too good. All these ones you will know on the program today. Senior Citizens is a program designed for the elderly, where we showcase our plight and everything, the elders are going through in the society. And today, yes, Dr. Akinshola Akinde is here with us again, to tell us what and what not to do to be well and stay healthy in life. At least nobody wants any bad thing to happen to our senior citizens out there. So that's why we have this program for you every week. All you have to do is just stay glued to your TV set and be informed. You're welcome to Senior Citizens, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks so much, sir. Last week we were able, to tell our senior citizens so many things pertaining to their health and how to go about treating themselves, particularly checking up, doing their checkups and exercise, all the time. And we are thankful to that. Right now, we want you to tell us the health implications on the usage of cell phones by the elderly. You're welcome, Sam.
Thank you. Now, thank God, with the advent of the cell phone, it's an improvement in technology.
Yeah.
And like everything, it has its good, the bad, and the ugly.
The ugly.
Now, the good aspect is that even in the comfort of your home, you can get in contact with friends, your children, your relations, and everything. Unlike in days of old, where it's not usually easy.
No easy.
Somebody was, I was listening to somebody said, when you write a letter, it takes like 3 weeks from Onitsha to Lagos.
Yes.
In days of, but now, if you want to have a message to pass across to a relation or a friend, you can do it
in a jiffy.
Yes. Just press 1 or 2 numbers and you are in contact. So the telephone, one of the advantages is that it helps to re-establish contact with relations, friends, and old acquaintances. Yeah. But the problem is that, in as much as it's good, it also has own drawbacks. One of the drawbacks is that people may get addicted.
Yes, sir.
They get too preoccupied.
Yes, sir.
It's like they cannot do without the cell phone. And I don't know whether you have observed that some people, if you go to social media more so, what you discover is that some people are still either send messages or they're on the Instagram, or whatever, but at 2 a.m. and that kind of thing. So one of the dangers is that one may get addicted.
Addiction
to the use of cell phone. Okay, in which case, is that you cannot do without it
at all.
And now, the fallout of that addiction is that it might lead to depression. In which case, you are too preoccupied yourself. You don't bother to relate to other people.
Aside the phone.
Yes. And the other thing is that it may also result in sleep disturbances. People are staying awake till 2, 3, 4 a.m. where they should be asleep. And we know that for optimal body functions, you need a good sleep of 6 to 8 hours.
Sleep. Good
all right? For optimal body function. So what happens is that, and what then happens is that because you don't have a good sleep, you might now become irritable, you are not receptive to people and that kind of thing. So that might bring in strained relationship. So those are some of the fallout of the elderly being preoccupied with the cell phone. Yes. The other thing is that when you keep on, you are handling the phone and you are pressing and pressing and pressing, you might develop some forms of aches and pains at the joints.
Yes,
because, of course, as we are getting older, the joints are getting stiff and everything. And when you stay too long on the phone, so your joints might become stiff, you might suffer some form of arthritis and pain.
Arthritis and pain.
Um,
But aside that, sir, what about their sight? Because some people tend to be affected by the light now,
Yes.
or coming
Well,
from the rays of the phone.
It's advised that you should have bright light.
Bright lights.
Why, don't just use the phone, the light from the phone alone.
Okay.
When you are using, more so if you are an elderly person.
Yes, sir.
So if you take that precaution, it may not. But the other thing is that this cell phone, if you know the principle on which it operates, it operates on the basis of ultraviolet. It generates what we call some ultraviolet radiation.
Rays.
In fact, if you have your cell phone and you place it against your body, after some time, you discover that the body heats up. So the phone, in receiving a call or sending a call, generates some
Heat.
generates some heat. And research is still going on. It's said by and large that these ultraviolet radiations are probably safe. But some people have been suggesting that could it be that it could be disposed to malignancy, that is cancer in some of the organs, particularly brain cancer. Also, always putting the thing on your head.
On your
So,
head,
I think we should be very careful the way we handle our cell phone. We should be, particularly the elderly people.
We should be careful. Particularly, it shouldn't be most of the time, that you place it very close to the head.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. But in one ways, can we be guided, on the way to use these cell phones appropriately? Because some people don't even know how to do it at all.
Now, the problem is this.
Aside receiving calls, there's so many functions on the phones.
Yes.
There
are so many functions.
Yes.
And it's really difficult it's technology.
Yes, sir.
And the older you are, the more difficult it is for you to adapt.
Okay.
Now, so that you won't run into trouble, it's probably better for you to get the young ones, your little ones or grandchildren are usually very proficient. So it's better to engage the services of these small boys, whom you can trust, to put you through. And they are more enlightened, they are more knowledgeable in the use of the phone. So they'll be able to help you and put you through how you should use your phone.
Use the phones. Some people have been hacked, maybe some of their accounts and things like that, that with some ugly experiences that they have gone through the usage of the phone.
The thing is, in fact, the very interesting thing is that even the market woman,
yes, sir,
the farmer, the other day, I went to buy some farm produce.
Yes, sir.
The woman comes from Ijebu every Sunday, and I went to buy some produce. And I told her I wasn't carrying cash. She told me I should do transfer. I said, do you know about transfer? She said, yes.
Really?
Yes, that's even a farmer that comes from Ijebu.
Yeah, that's
so. The truth of the matter, this day and age, what happens is that your account, most of you have an application
yes, sir,
of the account on your phone, is not, and if by chance your phone gets into the wrong hand, they could make life miserable for you, because if they have access to that, they could empty your account. And you can imagine an elderly person who's so you should guard your phone jealously. Then number two is that there are facilities on that phone for you to lock it, to personalize it. As much as possible, those things should be known to you and you alone. And as much as possible, what's it called? Your password, your PIN, and all those things should be personalized. You should not let any other person know it. So that otherwise, if your phone gets in the wrong hand, I don't know, the people, the hackers, they may make life miserable for you.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir,
we should guard our phone jealously.
We
should guard our phone jealously.
Sir, and
then what has been advised that,
yes, sir,
as much as possible, you should, as soon as you finish transactions, you should delete them, so that you don't keep, if your phone gets the wrong hand, they keep a track of your transaction. That might give them an idea as to how to hack your account.
I know that. Yes. Now, sir, I want you to advise our elders, on how to keep their phones, because some of them still keep their phones under their pillow, some inside, inside their bodies.
No.
Yeah,
You should
how
have a
dangerous
pouch.
will that be to
I
their
think
health?
it's advisable you have a pouch
Uh-huh.
where you can handle the phone. And when you are at home, you should not put it under your pillow. Because like I said, you need only to put your hand on the phone after some time. You discover that it generates ultraviolet radiation.
Yes, sir.
And how safe, totally safe, those radiations are, we are not too very sure now. Although from several years of usage, there's not been any untoward effect. But the long term, we're talking of 50, 60 years, what may be the after effect of these things? So we should be very
don't know
careful.
for now.
So until more researches are done, more results come out, we should be careful. We should be cautious.
Yes, sir.
Once your phone is on, you should keep it. For example, if you are sleeping,
Yes,
there's no point putting your phone under your pillow.
Pillow.
Put it some meters away from you. All right, but under your watchful eye so that it doesn't just disappear.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Well, on that point, we want to go on a break to come back later. Don't go away.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
6 foods to eat for clean arteries. Clogged arteries can be dangerous to you in the long run as it can cause your blood pressure as well as your cholesterol levels to go up. The arteries are the one responsible for delivering oxygen from your heart to the rest of your body, hence they need to be strong, flexible, and elastic as well. Unfortunately, when the arteries become clogged, we become at risk of heart problems because there is not enough blood flowing through our system. Heart disease is actually one of the leading causes of death around the world, which is caused by plaques around the arteries that prevent blood from flowing properly. This can lead to heart attack eventually. That said, there are ways in which you can help clean your arteries out, and that is to add these foods to your diet. 1. Fatty fish. There is a common misconception that fats are not good for you. Although there is truth to this in some way, there are some fats that are actually good for your heart, such as those that are found in fatty fish. Sardines, tuna, and other wild-caught fish are among the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to be important for the heart. 2. Ginger. This root crop has been found to contain antioxidative and anti-inflammatory properties that can keep plaque from forming. It can also help reduce cholesterol levels and even triglycerides in your blood as well. You can make some ginger tea if you like, or chew on a few slices of ginger if you can manage it, or add it to your meals if you want to. 3. Coffee. Aside from being a good way to get yourself perked up first thing in the morning, or when you are feeling the afternoon slump, coffee has also been found to be effective reducing any clogging in the arteries. If you are not into drinking coffee, however, there is another alternative, and that is green tea, which is rich in antioxidants. Just make sure that if you are drinking water, you should ease up on the sugar and milk because they are high in calories. 4. Cinnamon. It has been found to reduce one's risk from atherosclerosis as well as heart disease. Not only that, but adding cinnamon to your diet can also lower your triglycerides, glucose, as well as LDL cholesterol, just to name a few. You can sprinkle some cinnamon on your smoothie or coffee if you like. 5. Turmeric. If you haven't tried turmeric before, now is the good time to do so. This is because turmeric comes with anti-inflammatory compounds that can reduce the damage to your arterial walls. You can add turmeric to your food, or you can make turmeric tea if you like. 6. Whole grains. Studies have shown that those who eat whole grains have thinner carotid artery walls, which ensures that your blood will be flowing better throughout your body. These are just a few examples of foods that have been found to be effective in cleaning the arteries easily. By adding these foods to your diet, you will be able to clean your arteries in no time.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
Senior Citizens Forum, a special weekly program on Lagos television that addresses the joy and the various challenges of the elderly.
The children that you call in the neighborhood, maybe when you want to do something on your phone, make sure that there are people that are trustworthy in character. Even if you have grandchildren or you have children, wait for the child that you can trust.
The only way you can know whether you have hypertension or not is to measure your blood pressure.
The health policies need to be reviewed to help the senior citizens.
For its sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the LTV Marketing Department or send SMS or call 0802 328 5359 or 0801 3888 1703. Senior Citizens Forum is shown on LTV. Insurance companies, pension fund managers, healthcare providers, pharmaceutical companies, as well as telecommunications network providers are free to sponsor the program or advertise their products at moderate rates.
Yes, another edition of Senior Citizens Forum on your darling station.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
You're welcome back to Senior Citizens Forum, and if you're joining us, we are talking and discussing, about the health implications on the usage of cell phones by the elderly. Just make sure you keep your phones away from you when you want to sleep. That's what Dr. Akishola Akinde just said. Don't keep it inside your bodies or under your pillow. It is not good. And make sure that you don't bend your neck down all the time, while you are on the phone. Be very, very careful about that too. Now, sir, talking generally, frankly, in what ways do you think senior citizens can be properly taken care of these days? Because some governments are really trying, particularly the government of Lagos State. They are really trying, and we say kudos. We give kudos to our governor. Yes, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for taking proper care and good care of our senior citizens. Recently he gave them palliatives, and all that. But still, Oliver Twist, Oliver Twist, we want more. And some of these elders are complaining that instead of food all the time, why can't the government, why can't they monetize it? So how do you think, in your own view, sir, in all of this, what can you say? How can elders be properly taken care of?
I think the government has done a lot.
They're trying.
Because I'm aware that in most of government hospitals, elderly people and the under 5 access free health care.
In Lagos State.
Yes, they access free health care. They are not charged consultation. They are not charged registration fees. That's a commendable.
Very commendable. But what about the drugs? Are they free?
I'm not too sure. But the truth of the matter is that we all know that we are going through a rough time. Drugs are very expensive.
No.
Most of the drugs are not manufactured in Nigeria. They have to be imported. And we all know the rate at which the naira is exchanging for the dollar. Now, what government can do is government may not. Government has also come up with the health insurance scheme for Lagos State. So our elderly people, their relationship should key into the Lagos State health insurance scheme. At that stage, they may be able to get drugs at a subsidized rate. At least, I think when you pay like 40,000 naira, a family of 6, your husband, wife, and 4 children, they can access health care primary at the primary level, basic primary health care for 1 year. That's quite reasonable.
Yes.
So people should embrace that policy of government of subscribing to the the health insurance scheme instead of paying out of pocket all the time. So I will encourage our elderly people and their families to subscribe to the Lagos State Health Insurance Scheme.
Yes, sir.
It's operational.
It's
already.
operational. Thank you so much, Dr. Akishola Akinde. Now, courtesy of Eyitoda World. This is Eyitoda World. You can see me looking beautiful. Just look at this. And inside this now, we have a wonderful package for Dr. Akishola Akinde, courtesy Eyitoda World, Eyitoda Fabrics, Eyitoda World of Beauty. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
So we appreciate, your coming to Senior Citizens Forum, and we always expect you as our guest anytime.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
Retirement good, retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age.
The will, this is very necessary, very important, because when you get old, death can come knocking at any time. You should make sure you divide your things as you want, so that when you go, that is, after your departure, your belongings and the various things you have worked for, you've labored for, you've strived to collect in your life, will not go to the wrong hands. And apart from that, if a will is not prepared, these children, you don't know what can happen. It may make them turn against one another. Will, it may make children turn against one another, and you won't be happy. It is something that you should do, and do it with impartiality. And there's another very important one. Those who are not members of the family, those who don't even know anything about you or your will or whatever, they will try to poke nose. They will try to barge into the midst of your children. You should make sure that you block all this. Try and block them. And don't make your will known. What you have in your will, don't let it be known to any of the children. Because, number one, it could endanger the life of a beneficiary. Apart from that, it could even endanger your own life too. Apart from that too, it can even bring disparity, enmity, and all these bad things, bad blood. It can breed bad blood within your children. Don't let them know it. But remember, you must have been impartial and be just. Then those who are not part of the family, those who don't even know anything about you or whatever you have done or how you have this, they will begin to go up and down. They can do anything. If it is known that you have, don't even let that document, don't let it get into the hand of anybody. Because if it gets into the wrong hands, as I said, your life is in danger, the life of the beneficiaries are in danger, and your children could be turned against one another. And apart from that, the document itself can disappear. We have seen cases of where wills, this document disappear just like that. And because people could go to any length to get whatever they want to get. And you, as an elder, as somebody who has acquired all these things, you wouldn't like your things to get to the wrong hands or to cause strife among your children. So this is just an advice for each and every one of us. When you are getting old, make sure you begin to think about your will, even divide it. Divide your possessions for yourself. It's a very good advice. So that when you go, you'll be able to rest in peace and your children will be able to live happily.
Retirement good, retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age.
8 Senior Citizens Forum.
Senior citizens, that's the size of the program today. And until next week, when we hope to come back with you, to bring you another wonderful guest, is bye for now. And please don't forget to key into all Dr. Akinshola Akinde told us in the program. Thanks for joining us.
These people have worked so hard.